Welcome back to Living with a Classic, and it's raining again. This will be one of those videos where we jump in time a little bit. I just pulled the V8 S-type out after replacing the power steering pump, and you'll see that in a little bit. It was a little bit tricky because you can't get the exact pump for these. You can get a similar one, which I got, and fingers crossed it works. I'm about to go for a brief little test drive, but just a small, I tried using the power steering while going in and out of the workshop, and it seems to be better. But you guys are going to see the replacement right now, and after that, the test drive. Here we have the two pumps. I've already had it in once, but I took it out to actually get that fitting on, and I realized, you know what, let's start filming this. This car is the V8 S-type. It's had issues with the power steering the whole time. It loses pressure every now and then. There are no leaks or anything, but just suddenly you'll lose power steering, and that's really not fun. I've been trying to find a pump like this. This is an early S-type V8 in 1999. And the early ones had a different pump to the later ones. Everything is the same except where that hose goes out. So it goes out on the bottom here. On later pumps, it goes out here on the sides. So I have this later pump here, which is the only one I can get a hold of. It's a good use one, and I think I've gotten it to fit. I've moved a line around the things, so I've already made a mess of all the fluid and everything, but I'll fit this in place and I'll show you how I had to reroute the line, and hopefully everything works. So that's all in place now, and I rerouted the line on the other side of the engine mount. And this still works really well back here. So AC compressor needs to go in place, belt goes on, fill it with fluid, and we'll see if it works. All right, just fired it up, and we got to fill this up again. We lost a little bit, fill that up, and we're gonna move it back and forth and check for leaks. Let's see here. Already feeling less notchy. Okay. Fluid around the minimum. I do have some spillage from before. I think that is just from before. I'm gonna go out with a flashlight and double check. We seem to have functioning power steering. Seems really good. I'm gonna do just a few more small things. I'm gonna check the fluid level in the transmission, get the backup, a couple more things, and then we'll take it for a test drive in the next couple of days, and we'll see if it's really fixed. All right, the battery was flat, so I had to jump it. It's getting a little bit old too, so that's on the last thing to replace on the car. Next time I go to the parts store, I'm gonna get one. So it just threw up a stability control error and ABS, but I think that's just battery related. We haven't had any issues before. All I wanna do is to see if the power steering is good now. Because I mean, it was weird. You would lose power steering halfway through a curve. So we're just gonna drive here, and yep, power steering is working. It was very notchy, like the steering wheel was sort of shaking, and we're actually just gonna turn around up here because I think that will be good to go. I don't want also to get stuck in something with the battery. I do have a jump pack with me, but this era of Jags, they have a lot of electronics, and they really need a good battery for all of that to work. It's a giant, I think it's like a 90 or 100 amp hour battery, and as soon as they start going bad, same with Range Rovers of this era, like our L322, you'll get weird errors like transmission faults, stability control, ABS. Just replace your battery and a lot of those issues will be fixed. But that's good too. And I did fix one thing as well when I was under there. I moved the on the shift linkage, there's a sensor which tells the transmission where the gear selector is, I believe. Anyways, what happened before is it wouldn't always start in park. You had to put it in neutral, and when you put it in park, sometimes the reverse sensors were on. And that all seems to be fixed now, because the parking sensors worked when I was going out of the workshop. They work now when I backed up against the building. So that's really good. So we just have, yeah, I think a battery, and this thing is good to go. Set wiper blades, he can pick it up again, and I think this time it's fully fixed. So I'm just gonna pull it now around the house and pick up those things next week. Anyways, I hope you like this video and that you like that sometimes we're gonna do a little bit shorter content like this when I have things which I think are still fun to you guys to see, and I'll put those out on Sundays as extra videos. Anyways, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with friends. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. It really does help out a lot. Till next time, I'm Adam. This was Living with a Classic. I'll see you soon.